Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley and today I'm going to be sharing my 2021 New Year goals with you all, and I do have a little baby in my arms. I've tried putting her down like 3 times and she will not stay down, and my husband's out running errands, my toddler's asleep, so this is the best time that I have to sit down and have a little chat with you all. It may get a little bit lengthy, so grab a coffee. I do have my coffee here with me and I have my planner here. If you see me looking to the right, I'm just reading off my goals. But let's get right into the video. I would love for you to leave me a comment down below sharing all of your New Year goals so that we can compare, and maybe I'll get ideas from y'all's goals and y'all can get ideas from my goals. So my first goal is going to be setting a morning and night routine. I feel like we put so much importance on having a routine for our children. We just forget about ourselves. And this is something that I was really good about before having children, and then I had children and it got put in the back burner. And as cliche as it sounds, it really is true when they say that you cannot pour from an empty cup. And I have definitely noticed that on the days that I put more importance on myself in the early morning and late at night, meaning I brush my teeth, I fix my hair, I'll put makeup on, I'll change out of my pajamas, and at night I will brush my teeth, I'll have a good hot shower, I'll put comfy pajamas on, and then I will stay away from my phone for the last hour. Whenever I have a good morning and night routine, I feel so good throughout the day that I know my toddler notices because it rubs off on her, as well as my infant now. I've noticed that if I have a bad day, they tend to both have a bad day. And I'm really trying to focus on myself first so that I don't rub off on them and they can have a better day. They get the best version of me, and then it's an all around better day for all of us. So that is the number one thing that I'm trying to focus on, and that I will be focusing on this year, is just setting a good morning and night routine. My second goal is to focus on my health. And no, I don't necessarily mean jumping on the diet bandwagon, although I would like to drop a few pounds. It's not going to be my main focus. I'm more so talking about my mental health and everything else along that comes with it. So my number one priority is going to be my mental health. I did battle postpartum depression, not so severe with my first, but I've noticed this time around I'm barely 3 months postpartum and I feel like it's barely kicking in. I don't recognize myself in the mirror, and this is something I could make a whole video on, and I don't really want to get too in depth in this video. But it's something that I really want to focus on. As I mentioned, I want to be the best version for my children, for my husband, for my family. And whenever I look in the mirror and I don't recognize myself, I don't feel like I love myself like I should, like I have in the past. And that's something that I really want to put focus on. Now, granted, I know I just had a baby, so a lot of it is not being happy with what I see in the mirror, body-wise, my just the fact that I don't really feel like keeping up with myself. It's just something that I am battling, and I know that it's very normal to be going through this, whatever you want to call it, postpartum anxiety, depression, whatever it may be. I know that I'm not the only one going through it, so I want to put more focus on my health. And then along with my mental health, I also want to focus on eating better for my baby. I am breastfeeding, and I feel like I've kind of let my, not I guess like my diet, but what I'm eating, I'm not consuming the foods that I know I should be eating for my baby. There's also days that I forget to take my vitamins. So all in all, there's just so much that I want to focus on when it comes to myself. It goes back to the fact that whenever I put more importance on myself, I seem to be a better, I don't want to say better mom, because it seems as if I'm not a good mom, but there are times that I feel that. There are times that I feel mom guilt, that I feel, you know what, today I could have done better. Today I wasn't as good of a mom as I think I should be. But that I feel like all of that goes back to my mental health, and I feel like once I get that under control, it'll be just everything else will kind of fall into place. And I know as a mom, it's so hard to get your mental health fully under control because there's just always something going on. There's always a mess in the house. There's always, something going on with the kids or fighting, or then you have to worry about yourself and your husband. And there's so much that goes through a woman's mind after having kids that it's no wonder we battle depression and anxiety, because it's just so overwhelming. I feel like our bodies are just overwhelmed, and our mind and everything, that I just really want to focus on becoming healthier mentally. So let me know down in the comments below if you have any tips for postpartum, whatever this may be, anxiety, depression, whatever it is. I'd love to hear your tips. I'd love to try them. I'd really like to steer clear of taking any sort of medication. I'm not opposed to maybe talking to somebody, but definitely something that I want to focus on this year. My third goal is I'd really like to get organized, and this includes both for my channel and for just my home. So I was thinking about doing like a declutter series. I did do like a nesting list, and I had a few things that I ended up decluttering, but I just feel like it's been a few months and I could really use some decluttering in this home again. So I want to make a list of all the things that I want to get done and start scratching them off slowly. Even if I work on a few places in my home, maybe 5 minutes a day, whatever it takes to get it just feeling minimal in this house. I love the feeling of just less clutter. So this next year, I want to focus on just purging, getting rid of things, and decluttering every nook and cranny of this house. So I am thinking about making maybe like a series on my channel, and this could be in my home, this could be my phone, whatever, my computer, whatever, just decluttering everything. I want everything to be minimal. So that is one thing I want to focus. I also want to get organized as far as like my paperwork and all of that. I actually did watch a good video with from Ellie. She talked about decluttering and organizing like paperwork and all that. So it gave me the idea of going through all my paperwork and just kind of getting rid of things from way long ago that I probably have since like 2010 or something that I can get rid of now. And I just want to organize myself more. So that is my third goal this coming year. My fourth goal is I really would like to work on strengthening my marriage, and not that we are having any sort of issues where we need to see a counselor or anything, but after having another baby, it's been very difficult for both of us to have I guess like alone time to be able to spend together. And I don't necessarily mean finding time to be intimate or anything. I more so mean just being ourselves together, being the best friend that he's always been for me. So, this could mean sitting down together, watching a movie and cuddling after the girls have gone to sleep. But I really feel like we need to strengthen our marriage in that sense. I feel like I want to find ourselves again. I want to spend more time talking to him, talking about what we're feeling, what we're going through, how we can help each other, how I can help him. I want to be stronger in our relationship. And I know that, like I said, it's not that we're having issues or anything, but I want to focus on him and I more than I have in the past couple months. Now that my baby's a little bit older, I feel like we are at a point where we can take a little more time for ourselves and just work on that together. So that is another thing that I really want to focus on in this new year. My fifth goal for the new year is I'd really like to focus on creating better content for my channel. And not to say that I'm not putting any effort, but I want to be more intentional with my content and the whatever videos I'm uploading. So right now the schedule for my uploading videos has looked a little bit like this. So I will record the day before it goes up. I will edit that same day. I will do my voiceovers the following morning at like 4 or 5 in the morning. Then I will create the thumbnail, and then I will add the music, and then I will upload. So I'm not really giving myself enough time to record or to edit or any of that. And I know that I could make it work. I guess it's just been with all that's going on, I'm not allowing myself that time to work on my content like I should. And again, this goes back to, like I said, that there's just so much going on that I really need to organize myself better. I used to be very good at writing down my to-do list. I used my planner every single day. I'd highlight when I was done. I did do like time blocking with when I had my first baby. And this time around, I guess, like I mentioned, that postpartum depression or postpartum whatever it is has really hit me hard, that I feel so lost. Like I'm not focusing on all the things that I used to focus on before. And I know that a lot of us are feeling that way because of what has gone on this year, but I really want to just get back to being organized, and I feel like that's going to help me to create better content, just to put a little bit more effort in my editing and just all of that all around. So I also want to focus on like scheduling a lot more my videos and just being more intentional with my channel. Then I'm not rushing at the very end trying to put up a video the day before it's supposed to go up. Sixth goal for this new year is I'd really like to fall back in love with homemaking. And you're probably thinking, well, you are a stay-at-home mom, you wash clothes, you clean. I mean, that's essentially homemaking, but I don't feel like I enjoy it like I used to, and not necessarily like the laundry. Laundry has been one of my most dreaded chores, but like cooking at home and making the bed and doing a lot of tasks that I used to enjoy doing before that just seem to be monotonous to me now, that I just don't feel like doing them. And I'd really like to fall back in love with that. I feel like once I get everything else organized, that this will all kind of fall into place, like I mentioned before. But I have noticed that we have not really been putting a lot of focus on cooking and eating at home. We've just been eating out a lot. We've been ordering in, and that is just more convenient, yes, but I feel like I miss the cooking. I miss, you know, the effort and the time that I put into the cooking, and you know, watching my kids eat it, knowing, oh, mom made this and it's so good. I want to fall back in love with homemaking. I want to show my daughters that you can enjoy homemaking, you can enjoy making a cozy home for your family. And I want to start showing them more, showing them how to clean, how to sew, you know, how to cook, how to wash clothes, how to fold them, how to hang them. All of those things that I used to really enjoy doing, that I loved knowing that my mom had taught me, I want to do that for my daughters. So that is definitely a goal that I want to work on for this next year. My seventh goal is focusing on one thing at a time. I know that I have a lot of things that I want to work on, but the biggest issue that I have is wanting to work on all of them at the same time, and that is just not going to work. As much as I've tried doing that, it just ends up making me feel very overwhelmed, and then I end up not getting anything done. So this goes back to me getting organized as far as like with my planner. If I can work on making a to-do list every single day, right, you know, even if it's that I do it the night before or early morning, so that I'm scratching off what I'm doing throughout the day, that way I can focus on that one task instead of trying to do a lot of things at once. And I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but when I don't do a list and I walk out into the living room and I see the messy living room, the messy kitchen, I know that I have to do laundry, I have to cook, I have to wash dishes, I have to put laundry away, all of that, I see it all at once and I feel so overwhelmed. I want to like pull my hair out because of how much I know I need to get done, and I don't know where to start. So I end up trying to like do bits and pieces from everything, and it just makes me feel so overwhelmed. So doing one thing at a time and putting my focus on that, giving all to that one task, I feel is really going to help me to not feel so overwhelmed all the time, because I've definitely been feeling this recently. I've been feeling overwhelmed. I've been feeling like there's just like I'm going. There's just so much that needs to get done. My eighth goal is I really would like to spend more one-on-one time with my kids. It's been hard with 5 girls And if you're new here, I have 3 stepdaughters and 2 daughters. And when all 5 girls are here, it's a little bit easier in the sense that the 3 older girls will play with my toddler, so it's a lot easier for me to focus on nursing this little baby or spending some time with her. But when they're not here, I feel so bad that my toddler is just kind of walking around and looking for her sisters, and I want to be able to sit down and play more with her. I've recently got into like the Montessori toys and a lot of toys that I know she enjoys playing with that teach her something. It's not like a toy that's just gonna light up and not really do anything. So I'd really like to put more focus on sitting down with her, playing with her, and just trying to teach her, because I know that the best teacher is the mom. The parents to a child, to me, they're the best teachers to them. So I want to just spend more one-on-one time with all of my girls. So I don't know how I will find the time to do that, but I would like to try to put more focus on that. My 9th goal is I'd really like to practice better self-care. And as you can tell, there is a common theme with all of these goals, and that is that I need to get my SHIT together. I feel like I've let myself go, and I know that a lot of you are probably going to say, well, you just had a baby, you know, you have 5 kids, you know, don't just give yourself grace. And yes, I do give myself grace, but it's just a little discouraging when I walk into the bathroom and I'm washing my hands or whatever I'm doing. I look up at the mirror and I do not recognize myself. I'm not happy with myself. I'm not happy that I'm always in a braid, or I'm wearing a bun, or I don't put focus on putting on makeup, or I don't have the time to exfoliate like I used to like to do, or sometimes I'll go days without shaving my legs. Like all of those things that a lot of people, you know, that don't have kids, or that the kids are older, or whatever, that, you know, they're able to do. I feel like I am not able to do those things right now. And I know that this is a season that I'm going through, but I want to find the time to practice better self-care so that I can feel better all around. I just look at myself in the mirror and I don't recognize myself. I feel so lost, and I know that a lot of you can probably agree with me that when you are a mom, your kids come first, as much as they say, and as much as the Bible says that it's, you know, your husband first, and then it's your kids, and then it's you. And I just feel like, yes, we should listen to that, but I don't feel myself. I don't feel good when I don't put the importance on myself, when I don't focus on myself and what I need. When I don't look in the mirror and ask myself, you know, what is it that I need? What is it that I should be doing so that I can feel better for my kids and for my husband? But at the moment, I can't honestly say that I'm happy with what I see. I just feel like I'm a mess right now, and I want to feel myself again. I want to be happy with who I am again, with feeling comfortable in my clothes, feeling comfortable in my skin. I want to be a good wife and be a good mom and be all of that, and on top of that, find a way to still take care of myself, because I'm not there right now. With the fact that I have not taken care of myself like I used to enjoy doing, and like I want to continue doing. So I'm definitely going to be focusing a lot more on that this year. And if you have any tips for how you do it to be able to take care of yourself, and on top of that, handle everything else in the household, I'd love to know, because I'm tired of feeling lost. I'm tired of not feeling myself again. So I'd really appreciate it if you had any tips for me. And out of all of my goals, I have to say that that is my number one goal. That is the one that I think needs to have the most importance out of all of these goals. I need to prioritize my self-care as well as my mental health. So my last and final goal for this coming year is wanting to work on my website. I have not put a blog post up in over a year. I think my last blog post was like in January. And I have it still I have it still open. I've continued to pay for the domain. It's something that I really want to work on. I'd like to put out more blog posts, but again, it just takes time, and every single one of these goals is going to take time. So I'd like to set a goal of putting out a blog post at least once a month, and you know, that could look like 5 minutes a day sitting down and typing out something for my blog post. But even if I just put out one blog post a month, I feel like that is much better than spending a whole year without putting any sort of blog post up. But I do want to work on my website. I'd like to change a few things, just putting out more content on my blog as well. And that is it. Those are my 10 goals that I have for this coming year. I have a little baby that's waking up already. See if I can keep her down, but let me know down in the comments below what goals you have. I'm going to try really hard on just giving myself grace. If I'm not able to meet any of these goals, that's completely fine. Like I said before, my number one goal is going to be self-care, and I know that if I focus just on that, everything else will fall into place. So thank you again for watching. I really hope that you will like this video and subscribe so that you can follow me on my journey, so that you can see for yourself if I meet these goals, and maybe we can work on them together. I'd love to have you join this journey with me. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you in my next video. Happy New Year. Bye.